Please join me in welcoming Bree Olson to the program. Bree, welcome to Velvet Radio. How are you?
Woo! I'm doing so well. Yeah, it's been a crazy time right now. I have so much going on. I just got done shooting my own music video, which we're almost done editing, and that'll be out on iTunes and also available to watch on YouTube here in the next week or so. Okay.
Well, before we get into anything else, we're curious to hear about Verified Call. Can you give us a rundown on what it's all about?
So, Verified Call, I was actually thinking about doing it today, but I got sidetracked with Toddlers in Tears on TLC. But I just basically turn, from my point of view, I just turn it on, and people can just call me, and it's that easy, and I just accept calls from someone someone that's listening, like, hey, I want to talk to Bree, how do I do that? Just go to verifiedcall.com. It's really simple, fill all your information. You never have to log into the computer again. You can just have the number stored on there. You can just call me, and it'll say, do you accept charges? It depends who it is. Everyone charges different things. I lower mine for certain days. So if anyone follows me on Twitter, my Twitter is just at Bree Olson, BreeOlson. And, I'll post and, say on there, hey guys, call me today or whatever. And, it's really interesting. And it's like people call to talk about all kinds of things. And I'm down to talk about anything, so it's fun.
So people can just call up any time and shoot the shit with you, or you specify the times?
Yeah, I set the time. I'd like to get it so it's more a very designated day. That way people know, okay, it's, let's just say Wednesday for the sake of the story. Every Wednesday, Bree's going to be available from 5 p.m. to midnight, or whatever the case may be. But for right now, it's just kind of whenever. But another nice thing about this system is, I could be unexpectedly in my car for an extra 2 hours in traffic or something, and I could just turn on my system and then get on my Twitter and be like, hey guys, I'm free to talk right now. Who wants to call? So it's just fun.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
So people can call you as long as you're not watching Honey Boo Boo Child on Toddlers and Tiaras.
Yeah. So, I accidentally busted it on one time, and I was, out to pie with my friend, and I just answered it, and they're like, who are you talking to?
Some random dude.
So, we know a lot of the names of celebs who are part of this Verified Call. A lot of them are adult stars. And as we all know, guys are perverts, and it's bringing in a lot of male callers. So if a guy is looking for phone sex, is that cool with you too, or?
It's actually funny. This one guy that called, it was so cute. He just wanted to talk about my cat, Princess Nutty and Dr. Sniffles. And he was telling me about his cat. And I was, in the middle of my own thing. I like to call it my disco nap. And I couldn't help it. I got on the dirty subject, and it didn't turn into any full-blown phone sex, but he probably got off the phone and had to, take some time for himself. I was just getting a little frisky.
So they're not the perverts, you are.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a horrible pervert.
Bree, can you just quickly give us that website address again and contact info, because I'm sure our listeners will be dying to check this one out.
Yeah, it's verifiedcall.com, and then also I follow them on Twitter, and their Twitter is at verifiedcall, and my Twitter is just at Bree Olson.
Great.
Something I want to hear about, because you mentioned it earlier, you talked about your music video and your single and all that, and I want to talk about it. Is it really called Hollywood Douchebag?
Yes, Hollywood Douchebag.
And is this maybe about anyone that we might know of?
You're going to have to find out.
Why the name?
I'm really sorry.
Why the name Hollywood Douchebag? What made you say, I'm going to make a hit single, and I'm going to call it Hollywood Douchebag?
I have a lot of resentment towards LA in general. I would have never moved out here had it not been for there not being a ceiling on the career that I can have out here. I very much love everywhere but California, at least Southern California. and especially Hollywood. So it goes into just all the aspects of the type of people that there are in Hollywood. So, you know, I mean, that's what it takes to make Hollywood, though, so that's okay. But I at least had to poke fun at it, you know, just help me get over my hump of being homesick from Indiana.
Oh, well, New York City loves you. You can come to us anytime.
Well,
Thank you.
on a more
Yeah, it turned out really well. The song is really, really catchy, and the music video turned out great. I'm super excited. Like I said, only a few more days of editing, and it's going to be all ready.
I can't wait to see it. On the more serious side, you were doing some interesting work in New York City with free mammograms. How did you get involved in that?
The company had contacted me, and they're like, would you be interested in doing this breast cancer awareness? I'm like, going around on this bus. I was like, yeah, of course. Like, New York City, like, awareness for any type of cancer or anything to do with humanity, and I'm a vegan as well, so anything to do with anything to do with helping people and animals, I'm all down for. So, hopped on a plane, went over there, rode around on the boob bus is what we called it. And, you know, it's surprisingly a great turnout. Like, I would have thought especially New Yorkers, they'd be like, oh, no, get away from me, I'm walking past you really fast. And they were cool. They're like, yeah, I'll get on your bus and get a free mammogram and take the information and make sure I know how to do self-examinations and everything. And so it was really cool, and it was a really positive message. And the MSN over here, the news, gosh, they were like relentless, just trying to tear me apart for doing that. And I love all the readers on MSN. They were like, they didn't even, like, most of them don't know who I am, or, you know, don't necessarily support, you know, porn or me in general or whatever, but they were still like, that's a retarded article. Anyone can raise any awareness that they want for cancer. How dare you try to tear someone down for that? So I was like, go population for being cool.
Well, I think free mammograms are great, so I'm glad you got involved in that.
Thank you.